Hello, my name's Tony and welcome back to Fragdicted. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about another new fragrance from Pocketscents, and this one is called Flùr Geal. Stay right where you are. Let me just show you the bottle. Apologies for the label. That is the bottle. I love the presentation of these NE Plus Ultra range that Matt's got. They're really lovely. The simplicity of the clear glass with the nice, easy to see label, the black cap on the top. They've always got good atomizers. So Flùr Geal, what does it mean? It means white flower in Scottish Gaelic. This is a 50 ml bottle. It's an EDP and it's available for $49.99 on the Pocketscents website. I'll leave a link below. Hold on, just got my cup of tea. So not many notes listed for this. It says it's a white floral fragrance and with iris and jasmine. Let me tell you a little bit about it. So it starts with a mix of obviously white florals with a little bit of citrus as well. It's not anything tart, it is only really there probably to support and give it a little bit of punch in the opening. And it's difficult to pick out what citruses they are. At a guess, I would say maybe some orange or some bergamot. I would personally say there is a few more white florals than are listed in the notes. There's maybe some tuberose or some heliotrope, but I would say there is some lily of the valley. And the reason why I say that is because it's got just a very, very, very faint greenness in there, and it goes a little bit soapy. So for that reason, I do think there is some lily of the valley in this. I might be completely wrong. I'm not an expert. I'm not a perfumer, so take that with a pinch of salt. It's just a guess. There could also be some orange blossom, which adds to that sort of light white floral citrusy background that this has got. The star of the show for me is the iris. It's not a lipsticky, handbag, makeup bag type iris. It's not really a buttery iris either. It's more of a white, clean, soft, almost clean linen type of smell to it. It remains fairly airy and quite translucent throughout the wearing. It never gets sort of thick or resinous. And it's not really a watery fragrance either. It's actually quite difficult to describe. It's almost as if there's no base notes. Now, I'm sure there are, but there's no sort of real woodiness or anything holding it up. But that to me is part of the appeal. It's just this super clean, soapy, white floral fragrance. There's nothing really complicated about it. Although I suspect there's lots of notes in there, and super blending has made it seem that way. If you like a fragrance like Byredo's Gypsy Water, for example, although that is a bit more of a sort of watery fragrance, if you like that sort of simple, elegant perfumery, I think you might like this. It goes a little bit powdery towards the dry down, but it's not a powdery fragrance. It's just got that hint of sort of this soapy, powdery softness in the base. It stays quite sweet and quite elegant. I'm not sure if this sweetness is coming from the florals, but it could be something in there like amber that's just adding a touch of sweetness to it. Because the notes aren't listed, it really intrigues me as to what these are. I think that's part of the appeal, is trying to sort of guess what's in there, and I really enjoy that because you get to wear it and judge it more and fall in love with it a little bit more because you're trying to discover what it's about, and I think that's great in fragrance. If I had to guess the base notes, I would definitely say there's something like a white musk in there because of that softness and the smoothness that's in the base. There could also be some suede, again because of that super smoothness, but it's not like a leathery note, or I wouldn't pick it out as a suede, but I do think there's something in there that's adding that depth and creaminess to it. And there could be something in there like amber, but I wouldn't say there's loads of it. It's just enough to give it that added oomph. So to sum it up, I would say the fragrance is a soft white, clean and soapy white floral fragrance. To me, it does lean slightly feminine, but I really enjoy wearing it because of that cleanliness about it, because of that almost white, expensive, soapy smell to it. It has this oomph and this depth that I'm really enjoying. My wife, Bex, she has stolen this fragrance from me. She will blast through this. She really enjoys it. I could imagine a female that wears that white linen dress. This would wear super well with that kind of outfit. For a gentleman, I think it would also wear very well with something like a pair of smart blue jeans and a white t-shirt. You could wear this any time of the year. It's a super versatile fragrance. I think it's going to wear particularly well in spring and summer, but because of the added depth in there, I do feel that you could also get away with it in the colder months. I think John recently put an Instagram story about it wearing really well in snowy weather, and I can see that. That white, soft cloudiness that it has would suit that environment. I think it's really perfectly done, and there's not anything on the market quite like it. There's a couple of fragrances that I could tell you that it reminds me of, but they're not the same. They're a mile apart. But if you like this kind of fragrance, you will like this. Somewhere between Gypsy Water, Lazy Sunday Mornings from Maison Margiela, and White Suede from Tom Ford. Like I said, individually, it's nothing like any of those fragrances, but if you like those kind of fragrances, you will like this. Performance for this kind of fragrance is great. It lasts for a few hours. I haven't timed it, but I've worn it a few times now, and I would say you're going to get at least 5, 6, 7, 8 hours from it. It depends on probably your type of skin chemistry and the type of weather you're wearing it in, but for me, in this cold weather that we've had, it's actually performed really well. No complaints from me at all, and I would say it's well above average. So that is Flùr Geal. A massive thumbs up from me. I've got one more fragrance to review in these new 4 original inspirations that Matt has just released on the 1st of January. So one more to go, and that is Oud Opulenza. So please stay tuned for that. That will be coming later in the week. I hope you enjoyed the review. I will leave all the details in the link below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It'd be amazing if you could do that. And I've also set up a Ko-fi account, and the reason for that is to help the channel quality. I am saving for new equipment, and any money that gets donated via lives or my AdSense money, it will just be reinvested back into the channel to buy new equipment to improve things so I can bring you a better quality of content. I look forward to seeing you again in the next one, and don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.